Hey guys, this is Jadero, and today's tutorial is on a little something that came off my hook when I added a few limb bands. I'm calling this one the Calla Lily because to me it just reminds me of that flower. It's pretty cool how this part kind of sits up, and a Calla Lily is tall and then narrows down. So this is done on just a regular hook, and it's really not too complicated unless you are a meticulous person where everything has to be straight and organized. So it's I used the limited edition bands for this one here, which is the mint, and then the what is it, the pearl white, excuse me, and then the lighter pink bands. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad with colors. And as you can see, like on the back, it lays nice and flat on your wrist, and it's just regular stitched. So it's pretty cool. I posted it and had a few requests for the tutorial, so we'll go ahead and get that started. Okay, so you need a hook, and today I'm feeling a little bit frisky. We're gonna mix up some colors. This is a gorgeous color by Rainbow Loom. It's like lilac, deep lilac. Ooh, I think that name is actually correct. Very pretty, deep, solid color. And I like these. I'm not a fan of the 600 pack bands. I apologize for being negative, but I'm a big fan of thick bands. I'm a big fan of thick bands. Yeah, that's right. Even though the luster, the color of them is gorgeous, I'm trying my hardest to get used to the thinness of them. But I believe this is, well, this is one like has the purple Persian. There we go. I think it's Persian because it has the gold Persian. Okay. And the other color I'd like to use will be just plain metallic white. And I'm also going to change up how I did this. Okay, so as I go, I'm going to try my hardest to explain, if you use a different type of band, the different look that you'll get. Okay, so if you use a thicker band, like the yellow or the pink ones, they're doubled. So when I go to put those on my hook, those are 2 bands, as you can see. If you're using, like today, I'm going to probably put 4 bands because I'll be using opaque. And because these are limited edition bands, they're going to stick up and carry a shape of its own because it's a thicker band. So you might want to keep that in mind. You can experiment in whichever you like and go ahead and do. So I'm going to take 1 band and I'm going to wrap it around my hook and make a triple cap band. So you should have like 3 lines on your hook. And then I'm going to take I'm going to take 2 deep lilacs and 2 of these Persian purple, and I'm going to put it every other band, 4 of them. Okay, so I'm using 4 bands And then I'm going to put a white band. So this is the band that I want to be at the end of my Lilly. So down here, I want that. And then I want whatever color you want your actual Lilly to be. If you choose to make it different colors, then those bands go on your hook last. So first will be the stem. So I'm going to put those all on my hook. And let me just tell you, if you don't like your bands to be crossed, or if you are one that likes to go after you finish your bracelet and fix all your bands, it's so much easier if you try your hardest to keep them straight while you're looming. Good, because it takes forever after. But anyway, I'm going to pull my triple cap band over all 5 of these bands. Okay, I'm going to take my finger out, try my hardest to keep these bands in order, and slide that cap band in place. Now, I'm not going to lie, this first one that I do, it sometimes ends up on the wrong side of the bracelet, so we're going to see what happens this time. Okay, what I want to do is I want to take all the bands that I want for my flower, for this top part here. I want to take, I'm sorry, you have to take it off your hook. I don't want this white band, but I want to stick my hook down and inside all of these purple bands. That's 4 bands right there, like that. Then I want to grab whatever color I want my chain, I guess if you will, to be. And I want to, well, first, I'm sorry, we want to go ahead and stick our hook into the other side of those 5 bands, like that. Using an every other color like this, it's going to help me cheat a little bit and put my bands in order. Like I say, it's 10 times easier to do it while you're looming it than it is after, because when these bands here were crooked, they didn't look as pretty. So that's just why I'm trying to put some emphasis on it. So another way you can kind of help that is by making sure that these bands are even on your hook. Sometimes when we loop like this, or we're adding bands, one side may be higher, so making sure that they're straight. Alright, so take your band and slide everything that's on your hook on top of this new band here, like that. Okay? We need to let go of this band that we just put in. So you got to be careful, because in, like, you know, in my instance, I'm using all of these bands here and they're opaque. So you might want to hold it. So, but now we want to go back through this bottom band, grab that first loop, and then we want to come back up, and the band that we just put all the other ones on, we want to grab that end, and then just go in order, come back, grab this right end of it, so now we have both sides, and then we want to grab the last band like that. Okay, so if we turn our hook around, by doing so, that pops out your purple bands or your flower bands. And then, like I said, we'll really fix them up a little bit and such whenever we get finished with our bracelet. But that's pretty much the process on how you get that part to bubble out. So I'm going to continue with white. So I want to take a single band and I want to place everything on my hook through that band and place it back on. Okay, and then we start over. It's really not a hard design. So I want to do this regular purple, and then I'm going to put a Persian. Then I'm going to grab these, try to get them straight, and then put my white one facing my hook. So we put all these bands on our hook, and then we slide this band over top like that. And we want to try, as we push our band here in the middle, to keep all these bands in order. And then we take our hook out, and you can adjust if need be. So this side is a little bit crooked, but whatever. Okay, one thing I want to just point out that I just did that I don't want you guys to do is I just flipped this, okay? You can't do that. It has to be this way. When I had some of these calla lilies facing the opposite way, it's probably because I was flipping it, so don't do that. Okay, once again, whatever colors you have your first 4 bands, or 2 or 3, you want to stick your hook in like that, and then go through and grab the other side and have those all on your hook. See, I just missed one, so I want to make sure they're all on there, and hopefully you can get them in the correct order. Kind of straighten them out a little bit. Okay, so that's what you should have, and then your last band should still be hanging there. So then we just get a neutral band or the chain band and put all of those onto that band like that. And then close it up. Okay, so this one is facing, this first one we did is facing out. So we want this one to face the same. You really have the option of doing it either way. If your first one ends up facing you, then just push it, all the other ones facing you. And then when you go to grab this band, it'll pop out that way, but I'm doing them all facing away. Okay, so I want to take this off my hook, and then I want to come down here and grab this band, come back up, grab these other 2 bands, like that, and then pull this one up to my hook, like that. And then that pushes all of those bands out. And I'm going to want to sit here and play with this, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. Okay, so it's super simple. I'm just going to take another plain band, pull it through the loops, close it up. So we just have like one single chain in between, and I'm adding 1 because I'm only putting like this part of your bracelet. I have so many bands there that it's pretty hefty, like it stays in place, so I'm okay with just putting 1 band in between each flower. But you could also double them if you wanted a more sturdy look. Okay, so I'm going to use lilac, Persian, lilac, Persian. And then my white one will be first. Okay, and then we just pull the 2 loops that we have on our hook over like that, and then take our hook out. You can tell like this one's totally muffled, bands everywhere, but okay. And then I'm going to come down and I just want to grab my purple bands, so that's 4, and then come over to the other side and grab these, put them all on your hook. I'm going to give it a little bit of a tug. I know this one should be first. And I will straighten it out more so whenever we are further along. Okay, then I'm going to take a plain band and put all 8 loops on this band, and then take my hook out, grab this remainder band, and then the plain band I just added, the other side, and then the other band down there. Super simple, pretty cool. So this is what you should have so far, and you can tell that we loom it upside down. Okay, so if you go like this, then you will start to see the formation of your flowers, but you have a little bit of playing to do. Like I like to pull up on the back and layer these bands. If you do that and layer them, then it really gives it that fuller look as a Calla lily would have. But if you're using like LE bands, I'm doing this more so because I know everyone typically has, before they have limited edition, they're going to have opaque, but you can somewhat see what I'm trying to achieve there. See how it kind of pops it up some. So you'll be playing around with it. Alright, I'm going to do a couple more and then I think you guys will be good. So after we do that, we just add our single band, pull 4 loops on our hook onto it. And then we go ahead and grab our next layer of bands for our flower. Like that. And then we just pull the 2 bands on our hook on top, slide them towards the middle, trying to make sure that we keep our bands on our hook straight, and then take your hook out and then capture the top 4, come back down and capture the rest on the other side, so they are all on your hook. Like that. Okay, and then we want to take another plain band and then put all 8 loops on that band like that. Take your hook out and come back down and grab this remaining band, and then the one we just loomed, and then the other side that's holding all of our flower bands, and then this remaining bottom one. But before I grab it, I just wanted to show you. You see how these the flower is pointing towards me now? If that happens, I just push it back this way, like that, and now it's the right way. And then recapture that band. Okay, grab another plain one, pull everything through, put it back on your hook, grab your next set, okay, and then we want to place all 5 bands on our hook. Slide these 2 on top. And then take your hook out. And then slide your hook through top 4. Come back down and grab the remainder. And then grab a, whoops, I'm going to pull this over so I don't lose it. And then grab a plain band and pull all your loops on to this band like that. And then I'm going to take my hook out. If you're using LE bands, you got to definitely be careful if you're loading them up because it will slide right out. So grab this band down here, and then up here, and then down, and then finish. And making sure that my flower is facing away from me. So, that's our lovely back. I'm going to put another band through here. And if you were finished, that's all you need to do. C-clip it right there. And then you'd come down and clip it down there. So I'm just going to slip knot this real quick because this is all I'm going to do for the tutorial, but I think you guys are good to go. If you need further assistance, just rewind it and watch the steps over again, but I got confidence you guys are good. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're looming it upside down, so you want to flip it over, and I'm just going to show you. It's totally up to you on your taste and your preference. You may like it the way that it is, okay? Or, like I said, if you really are one to have your bands straight and neat, then you're going to want to just kind of play around with it a little bit if you're using bands that aren't going to sit in place. So I know I put the deep lilac first, so I'm going to take this deep lilac and then this side, and I'm going to pinch it, and then back here I'm going to pull it up because I want it to be first. And then next in line is that Persian purple. Come over to this Persian purple and do the same thing, making sure back here that it's next in line. Okay, so by making sure that that's layered correctly in the back here, like you see, this one needs to come up. This is like really being nitpicky, but once you pull it up and straighten it out, and then pull those ends up here like that, it makes it. Why is that band doing that? That's crazy nonsense. Maybe I did put this one on first. There, that was the problem. And this one I did put it on first, so it goes first. All up there we go. Alright, so that one's straight, this one's straight, then this one and that one. There we go. And then this one That's better. So I could play around with it forever, but again, if you pull all the bands up back here and layer them, it kind of makes it stand a little taller. That's like playing around like big time with this. It really doesn't need to be adjusted that much, but so just adjust your flowers, like I said, to the way you'd like them. And then also I just recommend, if you're using limited edition, medieval, sweets, any type of thicker band, to only use 2, but definitely use 2. Don't try to go with 1 if you have enough bands, and that way your flower will have like a fuller effect. If you're using jellies or opaques like I just did, I just used 4. But you can use 2, and you can use 3. It doesn't need to be 4, but that was just something I wanted to try out. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and super excited to see your renditions of it. So please hashtag Calla Lilly Bracelet on Instagram, and give it a go and show me all the color renditions you guys have. So once again, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.